So there is a new feature in the Smart Virtual Solution built on Go High Level system, and that is brand boards. And I was a little hesitant to announce this, but they've been around for a couple of weeks now, so I want to give it a shot and build the first brand board for one of my clients now. So as I'm going into this and building it, I'm going to teach you what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and show you so that you can do this in your own account. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the camera here, and we'll get started on how to use brand boards, what they are, and how to put them into your own account. So first, we're going to go into how do you find the brand boards in the system, and then I'll talk about what a brand board is. So we're going to go into the marketing tab, and if you see here at the top, we've got our menus. So we're going to go to brand boards here at the very end, and we're going to click on new. And this is going to, and we're going to start from blank, but this is showing you essentially what is a brand board. A brand board is the colors, the logo, and the font pairs that you use to tell people it's you speaking for your business. So these are the colors on your website, the fonts that you use for your social media posts and in your graphics, the logos that you have attached to things. This is the culmination of all of these marketing pieces that go along for designs for that teach people that it's your business. So you know red and white and black is Coca-Cola. We know that Amazon has the yellow little smiley arrow. This is your brand. So this is actually setting up your brand board in the system. So I'm going to have it start from blank, and we're going to hit continue. So you can actually see that I've got logos and colors and typography. So these are going to be set up specifically for this particular client and his colors. And then what's going to happen is you are going to be able to grab these once you set up your own brand board. These are going to be set when in your design elements in your system so that you can really easily grab your own colors. So if you're creating a new marketing email in the HTML email campaigns, then you can actually grab your colors really easily, or you're designing a funnel or a website or anything else where you would put your colors, they would be here. So I'm going to rename this. So this is, yep, Living Life Academy. And then this is, you can see that we have menus right here. So we have the logos. So it's asking for a horizontal logo and a vertical logo, because depending on where you're putting it, depends on which one you need. So we're going to add those. And so I'm going to grab this because this is his horizontal and this is his somewhat vertical. So now we have the logos in for him. Now we're going to go to colors. Colors are entered using hex codes. So they are a 5 or a 6 digit, typically a 6-digit gobbledygook of letters and numbers that actually represent colors. So we're going to start with this gray, and he is not using gray. I am going to type in the hex code that I know for the client. So it is going to be 0C6435. So like I said, gobbledygook of information, and I'm going to hit tab. So it's going to take me to this dark green color here, and I'm going to click off of that. So now I'm just going to call this a dark green. I'm going to leave the white because there may be a time that he needs white, although I doubt it, but we're going to leave it there just in case. And we're going to add another color. So this one is going to be a light green. So we're going to grab the code for the green, which is 3E9A22. So now it's a bit of a different green. So I'm going to click off of that, and this is lime green. So now we're going to add a very special black. We're going to add another color. We're going to click on the color box, and we're going to enter 141414. Hit tab. That's going to take me to the black. And there's that. So now we're going to go, so now you can see we have these colors listed here. Now we're going to go to the typography. And we're going to, this is the font that would typically be used. So I don't exactly know what font this client is using, but I'm going to kind of guesstimate based on some of the pictures that are in here. So I'm going to guesstimate that it's this Lato. because you can kind of see it's very, if you look at that A and that A, they look very similar. So I'm going to stick with that one for him. But you can see that this is actually connected to Google Fonts. So you can see that you can get all kinds of others, and then you can add multiple of them. So I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to save this board. So the brand board has been saved successfully. Now, what does that mean? How does that get used? So we are going to go back to, we're going to stay in the marketing tab, and we're going to go to emails, and we're going to create an email campaign. And now when you click on new and you create a blank email campaign with a design editor, if I highlighted this headline and I went to the color for these letters, you can see now I have brand colors, and they're very specific to the brand colors that we already set up for him. So now we can have these multiple colors set up. So what happens if we set up a second brand board? So you saw that there was a default. So what if we did a new one? And what if we did something a little bit different? How about if we just went ahead and added this one, just because some of those colors are nice and bright and we want to use those. So you can actually see we have these two logos. We have blue, orange, and yellow. We've got Railway and Merriweather as the fonts. And this is called Elements, but I'm just going to call this Testing Brand. And I'm going to save this board. Now, if we go back into the emails, we go to the campaigns, we play with this untitled campaign name, and I go to these colors, I still only have these. So you cannot use multiple brand colors, but what you could brand files, but what you could do is if you have multiple businesses going on, or maybe you have an offer that you're using different colors for, you can actually change the default of that brand board. So if we go back to this brand board, and you see how this one says default, so let's change this one to default, and we go back to email campaigns, and we go back to this email, highlight this again, and go to the font color, and now we have blue, orange, and yellow. So this is where brand boards come into play, and this is that's only been out a few weeks. I wanted to make sure it was stable before I allowed it before I taught you all about this. But what you can do is, as you are building something out for a particular brand, as a particular part of your company, if you've got different colors, you can change between the different brand boards so that you know how to do all those builds. So I'm going to delete this email because we don't need it. I'm going to go back to brand boards. So that's why having the name is very important, so you know exactly which one it is. We're going to set this one as the default because that's the one we created for him, and then we're going to delete that one because of course that was just a test. So if you would like this added for your own account and you're struggling to figure it out, please let me know. I'm happy to help you. Otherwise, have fun, get creative, and I look forward to seeing what you're creating. As always, thank you so much, and I'm here for you if you need me.